Hey there, it's Kimberly here with Knit for Brains, and this is part 3 of our 3-part series on how to make a garment without a pattern. So stay tuned. Let's have this all come together and see what we've got. All right, so if you're following along, we have finished the garment. It is complete. This is the sweater, the shirt rather, whatever you want to call it, that I made for my son. I'm going to have the Brit go ahead and model it for me so we can kind of see how it all came together. And then I had to do a couple little alterations. So let's take a look and see what we had to do. All right, ta-da! Look at my pretty model. Handsome, handsome model.
Thank you.
All right, so the garment is done. And what we're going to do is I'm just going to show you. Now, I did try, this is actually going to my son, and I did try it on him, and it was a little bit tight. It kind of did one of these, and it kind of pulled a little bit. Here, turn forward. It pulled a little bit. So what I did, and again, because I didn't do any decreases, there was really no shaping. It was just the rectangles. I keep saying triangles, so rectangles. What I was able to do is, go ahead and lift your arm, please, and turn to the side. I was able to add in another 2 inches, so I made it even on both sides. I added in 2 inches on each panel here, and then over in here. So it actually weren't lined up really nicely, and that way it gave us a little bit more room to make, use for the shaping. Now, I did add the buttons. So remember, as I said, the back panel, just go ahead and turn around, please, is, go bring your arms out, please. So it's one straight triangle. Very, very simple.
It's not.
Oh my gosh. It's one complete rectangle, right? Go ahead and turn around to the front. The front now is 2 rectangles, and they weren't exactly the same width as the back because I had to add in this button piece. So what I did was, and basically the buttons are the same width, so I just figured out how many rows I needed to add in here to just do the single crochet to do the button row. And that's basically it. 4 rectangles for the whole thing. 1, 2, 3,
5
main
rectangles.
5 rectangles.
Yeah, not triangles.
Not triangles, 5. 1 for each sleeve, which is a rectangle that I just folded over. And again, I wanted a little bit of, that's 2. I wanted a little bit of looseness in here, okay? And so there's 1 there, 1 here, 1 and 1, so that's 4, and then 1 big one down the back. Now the Brit you did ask a good question.
I did.
Could it have been possible for me to do 1 big long triangle from the back?
No, I didn't ask that.
You didn't ask that one. The Brit did ask, would it be possible to make 1 long rectangle from the back to the front? And yes, I could have done that. I would just have had to do some decreases or change it up here to do the single crochet. So it's really up to you. But the bottom line is, this is just straight shapes, straight rectangles, 5
main
rectangles to be exact.
Yes.
There you go. Thank you very much.
You are so welcome.
All right. Well, there you go. How simple is that? 5 rectangles, and you've got this really awesome, stylish shirt that you don't have to pay $600 or $700 for. This pattern, very similar to a shirt just like this, was in a very high-end store for men. And this shirt was going for, something similar, was going for about $700, $800. You don't have to do that. You can make your own garments without a pattern, just using straight shapes, rectangles, not triangles, not circles, whatever else I said. I apologize, just rectangles. So this is the finished product. And again, in this instance, I used the 100% Egyptian cotton from Universal Yarn under their Fiber Natural line. Now, that yarn is now discontinued, but it doesn't matter. You can use any yarn that you've got. You probably even have some in your stash. Just make sure you've got enough. Always make sure you do a gauge. I know, I hate them too, but you gotta do it. And always make sure you block it, because especially when you're working with natural fibers, you gotta, the blocking is gonna give it that little bit of stretch and that shaping that you're gonna want. Otherwise, it's gonna look kind of like this is kind of, actually it went pretty straight, but you wanna make sure that your collars aren't gonna curl up and things, and it's just gonna be really nice. I actually, after I wet blocked this, I also did a steam blocking. I basically just kind of ironed it out, and this yarn performs really well when you actually do like a steam blocking that way. Once again, this yarn is discontinued, but you can find any kind of Egyptian cotton or Pima cotton or 100% cotton or even a cotton wool blend, or even if you want to find an acrylic blend. But just make sure, my recommendation is that you've got some really good, a significant amount of natural fibers in there. So there you have it. This is my 3-part series, part 3 of the 3-part series of how to make a garment without a pattern. Just think about simple shapes. I really hope you enjoyed this video. I put a lot of love into it. And I just wanted you to see it's doable and it's easy to do. So like I said before, if you're not quite ready to do a garment, just bookmark this page, like it, go back to this video anytime you want, but share it with a friend, let people know what we're doing. Like and subscribe to our channel so you get more videos just like this. Thanks so much for watching. This is Kimberly with Knit for Brains, and as always, I'll see you soon.